So apparently crab cakes is a popular item. Everybody likes seafood.
But people don't like crab cakes with a lot of breading in there. You ever go to a restaurant and they give you a crab cake and there's so much filling in there? Usually it doesn't taste as good, and that kind of turns people off from crab cakes. So one of the things that when we make crab cakes, we like to use the super lump crab meat so that you can taste it, so you can see it, so you know what's inside there.
I'm a seafood lover. I can eat seafood all day, every day, but my husband won't allow it. Now, I like my husband said, I don't like crab cakes with a lot of breading. I like mine just pure crab meat. And so that's what we're going to have tonight. It's not going to be a lot of breading. It's going to be some, but not a lot.
It's not a lot, but just a little bit as a bonding agent to help it stay together.
Okay. So everybody ready? Y'all got your ingredients? Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's dig in.
All right, so we're going to get started, and we're going to put a lot of our wet ingredients together. Everybody has seen the post of the ingredients, so I'm pretty sure you know everything that we have. We'll go through it as we're putting it in, and the measurements as well. Okay. So we're going to start with our egg first. Okay. 1 large egg. Again, it helps bond it all together. And mayo.
So mayo next. And how much you got?
I got a 1/4 cup of mayo here. And what we're going to do is, before we even put anything else in, I got a shell in there. It's out. That was good. We're going to mix the egg and the mayo together.
Okay. Now, okay, so we're mixing the egg and the mayo together.
You want to have a nice smooth consistency. You see there's no lumps in there.
It looks like cake batter.
It does look like cake batter. So it's nice and smooth. That's going to help it bond together real well. Now let's put the rest of our ingredients in there. So we have 2 tablespoons, I believe, of Dijon mustard.
So that's the 2 tablespoons of mustard. And then after that, what do we have?
Then we're gonna put in some Worcestershire sauce.
And this is Worcestershire sauce. You can find the Worcestershire sauce in the ketchup aisle, where the ketchup and the barbecue sauce
all
is.
Condiments.
And you would think they put it with the soy sauce and all that, but they don't. They put it in the ketchup. Wow. I don't know. When I was looking for it, I was like a lot of people looking in the soy sauce near the Asian stuff.
I don't know why. So this is from probably London. So I don't know why it'd be their soy sauce, but it's definitely in the condiment aisle. Goes good on steak, and a lot of other recipes call for it. So I mixed that in there. Now I'm going to put in fresh squeezed lemon juice.
So now we have 1 tablespoon of fresh squeezed lemon juice, freshly squeezed. So again, we have our egg, we have our mayonnaise, we have our Old Bay, our lemon juice, and mustard. And did you put Worcestershire sauce in there?
And Worcestershire.
And Worcestershire. So that's just pretty much a mixture.
So we got our mix there. We're going to add the parsley in now. Now the parsley is definitely going to give it flavor, but it is also going to give it a pop of color. So I put the parsley in. I believe it was 2 teaspoons, but you don't have to measure that exactly. Grab a nice bunch of it, put it in, and save some to the side for your garnishment.
Okay.
So now all of our wet ingredients is together, and we're going to set that to the side.
Okay, so again, he put the parsley in, but he didn't put all of it in, 2 tablespoons. He kept some for the end so you can garnish your crab cakes with. So just leave a little portion to the side so you can kind of sprinkle over your crab cakes.
Now I know it said on the recipe to add some salt, but we're going to use Saltine crackers, and they do have salt on them, so I'm not going to add any additional salt. We have about 14 crackers in our Ziploc bag here that we're going to use our rolling pin to crush up. You could also put this in a food processor and zip it. I like this method. It's less to wash up, and it'll be really quick.
This thing is quite heavy. All right, here we go. Rolling up, crushing the crackers. And again, these are a form of breadcrumbs that we're using. You might not want to use crackers. You can use whatever.
You can use panko, breadcrumbs as well.
Yeah, you can
I've
use
even
whatever.
seen methods where people toast bread and then soak it in milk and put it in there. I like this method. I think it works pretty good.
Yeah, and the good thing about this is since they are already got salt on them, you don't really have to add salt. So it's and it's an easy process. And if you don't have a rolling pin, you can crush them with your hand. You can
take a canned good.
Take something hard and press it. But you want to get them real, like breadcrumbs. Real. So I think that's pretty good.
That's pretty good. So I've got here my super lump crab meat. As you guys can see, it comes in a can. It's already pre-cooked. It's pasteurized. Now, you could make crab cakes after you've already had some crabs left over, but then you gotta pick them, so it's a little bit of work.
Yeah. It looks really,
looks really good. As you can see, there are real large pieces inside. Now, when you get this, whether you're getting it in the supermarket in the plastic container or you're getting it in a can, you want to look for the one that's chilled in the refrigerator over by the seafood on the ice, because it's going to have a lot fresher taste. So if it's on the shelf, it's probably not going to have that good of a fresh taste to it. If you find it over near like where tuna fish and things like that are at.
I never knew that.
You want to dump that into another bowl, and you want to make sure that there's no shells in there.
Yeah, because sometimes they do have shells in them inside of the crab. So you want to just pick through it with your hands, clean hands, of course, and just make sure there's no shells that fell in there by accident.
So I don't see any shells in here. Now there's a little bit of juice in there. I would not get rid of the juice. Remember, we're going to be putting breadcrumbs and things like that in there. So all of that is additional flavor. So I think this crab's good to go.
Okay, so the mix that he made earlier, he just pretty much dumped the crab's meat inside of there, inside the mix. So you want to use your hand to mix it up?
No. You could use your hand. I'm not going to use my hand. Now, what I want to say, though, is let's be really gentle with the crab. We don't want to break it up. We want people to be able to see that crab, because when you get a crab cake, you don't want it to be all breaded or mushy. If you break the meat up so much, it's going to look like it's a lot of bread in it. So
leave it lumpy.
Especially, if you spent a lot of money on that can.
Yeah. So you saying leave it lumpy?
Yeah. So we got ours on sale at ShopRite for not too much, nice and easy. We still have to add the breadcrumbs. We got ours on sale for $24.99. I think it usually goes for about $37.99.
Yeah.
Depending on what store you get it from.
So I think that's pretty good.
Yeah.
And you just enough for it to be fully coated. I don't know how many crab cakes you're making, but the mixture that we made tonight was just for one can.
Right.
I don't think it'll cover 2 cans, so you should be good.
So
if
you were making half a cup size, you would get about 5 crab cakes out of there.
Okay. All right. So now we got our mixture.
So the next thing we got to do is add those saltine crackers, and we're going to again gently mix that up.
Okay.
Yeah,
it looks good.
Well, not so much.
Why can't we eat it like this?
Well, mixed together. Well, we put a raw egg in there, so that's why it's called My Wife Can't Cook, y'all. I'm joking. So,
well, we didn't put the egg in there. We can eat it.
Well, you don't want to. It tastes better when it's nice and crispy. Now we're going to bake ours, but you could do you could do this a lot of different ways. You could pan fry it. You could bread it again and deep fry it as well.
All right, so you mix in the breadcrumbs just enough, and I'm just gonna pick up a little piece. See how it's coated? It's fully coated. The lump crab is just fully coated. There's no extra crackers laying around or anything. No lump crackers.
Okay. So yep, that looks pretty good. Now we have to refrigerate this for a while. So I would say about 20 to 30 minutes, and we want to do that so that those saltine crackers that you put in, you want them to be able to absorb all of the flavor and all of the juice that you put in there, the wet mix.
So your mixture has to sit for 20 minutes before we can prepare the crabs.
So before we put ours all in the fridge, I want to give them an example of this real quick.
So one is unrefrigerated, and it does look different.
So this is the one we just mixed. This is the one we mixed over 20 minutes ago. You do see that this is swelled up a little bit more because the juice that was in there, or the wet mixture, has absorbed. The crackers have absorbed it.
Yeah.
So you see it looks a little bit different. So we want to put the one that we just made in the fridge for about 20 minutes.
Yes. So while we're waiting, he wants to make cocktail sauce. Yes. But now look, this is extra. So he added this. This is not part of the.
So what do you eat with your crab cake?
store-bought cocktail sauce.
Well, that I don't know if you guys remember, we made the shrimp po' boy, so the remoulade goes good with it. Also tartar sauce goes good with it. I like cocktail sauce, so we're gonna make some cocktail sauce and we're gonna put that in the fridge so that it can be chilled by the time our crab cakes are done.
So what we got?
All right, so we got some ketchup here, and it's really easy, and it's not real strict. So if you have some things that you like in your cocktail sauce, or if you like it a particular way, then you want to add what you like. So I'm going to put in mine a half a cup of ketchup. I'm going to put some prepared horseradish. Now in this area we have the Kelchner's one. I don't know if you guys can see that clear enough, but this is a really good one. Most people like this.
Okay.
I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of horseradish. Now the reason why I said this horseradish is because, or prepared one, you don't want to get one like this. Let me show you. This is a different one, but as you can see the difference. This one here, this is an extra hot horseradish, and it does say that it's prepared, but as you can see, it's a little bit creamier.
Yeah,
some of the other ones have like mayo and things like that in there, so it could be like a creamy horseradish. Those are good, but if you're gonna put it in this, you want just straight.
How many?
See that?
Yeah. So how many tablespoons?
So I put 2 in there.
Are you putting any of this one in there because it's hot?
No, I'm not gonna. I just put that one out to show you guys.
Okay.
Next, we're going to add some lemon juice. I'm going to use my hand to catch the seeds, and I'm going to squeeze some fresh lemon in there.
Okay. So we have ketchup, horseradish, and lemon so far.
And then we're going to put 2 teaspoons of Worcestershire sauce. So I'm going to give this a little bit of a dash of Tabasco or hot sauce. And
that was a couple dashes, sir.
So it depends how you like it. If you want it a little spicier, you can add a little bit more, and we're gonna mix that real well.
Good. You got a little pop to it. I got a little pop.
I like that.
You got a spoon, so we just spoon it in here. That's real good. That was it quick. So that was what? Ketchup, Worcestershire, lemon. Ketchup, Worcestershire, lemon, hot sauce, and horseradish.
Horseradish is the main ingredients. The other thing you could do is you could add a little bit of garlic if you want.
What, garlic powder or fresh garlic?
Fresh garlic. I like it just like this though.
That's really good. That tastes really good. So we got a few more minutes before we take out our crab meat. So I do want to point out that did y'all peep the new merch? Y'all want me to walk the runway for y'all? Did y'all peep? Listen, y'all go. You see the logo. And this is, of course, we got the My Wife Can't Cook. These are olive branches. And this is our logo in the middle. We have and these are nice and sturdy aprons. They're really sturdy. And they have pockets, so like now, if I need my phone, I can just, while I'm cooking, a lot of people like to have their phone in their hand, just pop it right on in there, forget about it. But this is our new merch, and again, I like that it is adjustable. Peep the adjustable strap. You know, you can it's adjustable, it's all sizes, and they got a little tie in the back, so it can stay in place. And also, we have our V-neck black tees. Peep the V-neck black tee with the little girl. But I just wanted to I'll show you that we'll have some new merchandise, some aprons, and we got some other stuff coming in the making, so stay tuned for that. And that is my infomercial,
All right. So I'm going to use a little bit of Pam, and I'm going to spray my pan with it real lightly.
And again, we just have a flat surface pan, something cookie sheet, flat pan.
Yeah, now a little bit of oil might come out of them, and we're also going to cover these with some butter, so you want to have a little bit of lip on there. Yeah. All right, so you can make yours whatever size you want. If you saw the pictures that we posted the other day, that was a half cup size. I'm going to make these in 3 different sizes for you right now.
Now, where you get these from, babe?
Okay.
You made these?
No, I didn't make these.
Because this one, you made this.
This one I made, so let's tell them about that one. So I wanted a mold ring, and I don't live close to, what is it? Not Home Goods. Bed Bath & Beyond was the closest place that had the mold rings, the metal ones. So I didn't have time to go down there and get one. So I took a plastic jar and I cut the top and the bottom off to make mine. So usually, and the reason why I wanted a mold ring is because when you go to the restaurants to get a crab cake, usually, especially if it's a nicer restaurant, they usually pile it kind of high. It makes it look a little bit more presentable. Probably makes you think that you're getting more than you're actually getting.
And if you don't have a mold, do like Big Mama did and use your hands.
So I'm going to use my hands. I did wash my hands again. And we're going to put the crab cake inside the ring and put it in our hand. The next thing I want to do is I want to smash it down so any additional liquid that might have been in the mix is going to come out. So we don't want it too wet. We want it just right. So I'm going to put it on there and slide it out. Just like that.
Perfecto.
So I think these are, some people might think these are kind of big. I think these are some people might think this is a
what
nice
size ring is that?
I think it's small.
What size ring is that?
That's about 3.5 inches.
You want to space them out just a little bit from each other. Keep them a little.
And again, I'm being delicate with the crab. I'm not trying to break it all up. I want my guests or my family, when they see this, I want them to know that there's real crab meat inside and that it's not.
And presentation is everything.
You don't want them to think that you're being cheap on the crab.
You want to make sure presentation is good. People eat with their eyes first.
I think maybe I'll do one.
One big one?
One big one.
That'll be mine. I'm claiming it. Jesus paid it all. I'm claiming it.
So the big one, it looked like kind of what you would see in a nice restaurant, nice piled really high.
Okay.
You want to smash it. As you can see, there's some juice coming out. So.
It smells good too. Sauce with it. Oh, be careful. Is it coming?
Yeah, there we go.
Okay. Put it down there.
So we have some melted butter here, and we're going to put melted butter on all of them. That's going to help it get nice and golden brown on the outside. So a little bit of butter. Hence why we didn't need too much butter on the. There you go. So you want to do it?
Yeah.
This is why we didn't need too much oil on the pan, because we already have butter on top.
And again, this is just melted butter that we're putting on the top. Oh, they feel like they solid.
So that's why we put it in the fridge. If we would have did this without putting it in the fridge, they wouldn't have felt that firm. So we're going to put these in the oven. We have our oven really high, and we're going to let it go for about 10 minutes or so. And we're going to be keeping an eye on them. That's good. Okay. All right, so we're going to take these crab cakes and we're going to put them in the oven now. So I have it on a nice low rack. I'm going to leave it in here for about, and I have it set to 500. I'm going to leave it there 5 minutes, and then I'm going to move it up. So this is how they look when they come out of the oven. When they come out the oven and they're still warm, you want to take some fresh lemon juice and squeeze on all of them. So this is a spatula that's good for fish when you're dealing with delicate things so that it doesn't fall apart. It goes under real easy. We have a nice brown color on here. So we had 2 different sized rings. Here's our bigger ring and here's our smaller ring, how they came out. So I'll do this, one here and one in the middle there. So there's our 3 crab cakes now. So if you had you have some lemons from your recipe, I'm gonna put some lemons on top, and I'm going to put a little bit more parsley on top just for presentation. And we also have our cocktail sauce.
That looks delish.
as you can see, the color looks really good on them. I believe the texture is really good. They feel really firm. We were able to transport them to different dishes. They didn't fall apart. You can see the crab meat in there. And of course, we know we didn't put a lot of breading in there. So the only thing we have to do now is taste it.
Yes.
All right, so we're going to let our son taste this one. Come on, Derek. Come over here. Try that crab cake out and let us know what you think, Derek.
Yes. He's not saying.
Well, yeah, you gotta talk to us. Tell us how.
Is it good? He trying to. Yo, anybody know Derek? Y'all know Derek go in. Is it good?
It's good. I like the cocktail sauce things.
Yeah.
The ingredients make it really good.
Yeah. How?
Lemon on top, perfect.
Yeah.
Get inside, cut it perfectly, not raw.
Yeah. So would you recommend? Would you recommend this in restaurants or anything?
I recommend it.
Yeah.
For 5 out of 5.
Okay. He gave us a 5 out of 5. Thank you, sir. Thank you. So now I'm gonna try one, baby. You wanna try it with me?
All
Let's
right.
dig in.
So, look, it's not real wet in the inside.
No.
That's good. I'm gonna taste it without cocktail sauce
I'm gonna
first.
taste it with it.
It's good. I want to taste the crab. I don't want to taste really anything else. So, none of the other flavors are overpowering. Now let's taste it with this.
I'll taste mine with it. It's really good. I see why Derek wasn't saying nothing.
Definitely. I think that butter flavor on top really helps.
And you don't taste. You just taste crab. Like it's not. You don't have. There's really no breading, that much breading in it at all. And actually, the lemon gives it a little pop. It's really good. Delicious.
I could taste the lemon. Yeah,
You
you
can
can
taste
taste
the lemon.
everything in there. So, I think that's an easy style Maryland crab cake.
Yes. This was really good. You did your thing again, babe.
We
Thanks for
did,
showing us how to make crab cakes.
definitely. So again, you could pan fry it, you can put it in the oven, you could deep fry it. So let us know how your crab cake came out. Let us know how it tastes.
Yes.
Ours tastes really good.
Before we end our crab cake session for tonight, I really enjoyed this session. Really quick. I didn't think it was gonna be this quick.
Yeah, and we're gonna post some pictures when we plate all of the ones up that we have in the oven. I think we have almost another dozen or so crab cakes in the oven.
Yes.
So we're gonna have a crab cake party when this is over.
Yes, we're gonna go in. So I truly thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Thank you all. Always gotta give an encouraging word at the end. That you are valuable, you are enough, and you are worth it. Sometimes we think because we might fall short in an area in our life that we're not valuable enough, or we're not worth enough, or we're not or not enough. But God said that we are worth it. God said that we are valuable, and He said that we are enough. And the proof is in the pudding. Because again, I couldn't cook, but we're here. But thank you again for tuning in tonight.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Please post the pictures that you made with your crab cakes. We'd love to see them.
Yes.
I'm really excited about seeing what some people have cooked with their crab cakes. We only cooked crab cakes tonight.
And not, huh?
Yeah, we didn't make any sides.
I know.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna eat a lot of crab cakes, so we're gonna make up for it.
Yes.
So hopefully you guys put some sides together with your crab cakes and will show us some beautiful pictures.
Yes. So I had fun tonight, and my handsome husband here helped us. I appreciate all your help.